What's going on, everyone? We are back tonight with another Comics Unleashed. I will be captaining the ship tonight, so hopefully I won't steer it into an iceberg.
Abandoned ship.
Is there free booze? Free booze on the ship?
It's a booze cruise? Oh, well,
It's a
we're good.
booze cruise.
I'm the captain now.
We're the captain now.
We got J-Dub, who's back with us after his sabbatical. You know, he had to take some time off, man, because sometimes you get gonorrhea and it just hits bad, and you need to take some time.
Yeah, these walls used to be white until it burned it down peeing on it.
Is your Rhea goner now? The goner?
The 90s basement. Where were you? Where were you in the 90s? That's straight up 70s.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah, I was trying to emulate Uncle Gary and how his basement looked. So
Hey,
you're just giving it the same thing.
Yeah, but I lived through the 70s, baby. So those were my go-to 70s and early 80s were my go-to years, man. So this wood paneling, it's me all the way, baby.
Yeah, both of us look like we're driving an Oldsmobile.
That's right. Let me tell you something. My grandmother had nothing but Oldsmobiles, and they were awesome. I wish I had one now.
Well, we are back with another Comics Unleashed. We got new books to show off. We got back issues. I know I don't know about you guys. Me and Sal, went to the Beyond Comics $1 book sale today. So, I wasn't even thought of.
Hey, let me tell you something. I got some back issues because one of my goddamn cats tried to kill me. And tripped me up twice, and I fell on a concrete floor. Hyperextended my knee, scraped up my knee, scraped up my elbows.
Ooh.
My ribs, my back are hurting, and then I had to get up and do the goddamn lawn because I read the rain came in, and so I'm limping through it, knees swollen like hell. But I gutted it out. I did it. The damn cat almost got me, and it's just another case where pussy is the downfall of man.
Agreed.
Uncle Gary,
look at James was like, yeah.
Thankfully survived.
Welcome to my kingdom.
We got back issues. We got me and Sal and Gary were up at Comic Logic last weekend for Jim Calafiore, who
yes we are
did sketch covers for us and some autographs. So I know we got that stuff to show off.
Mm-hmm.
We're halfway through the month, so
Calafiore did some art for me.
We're halfway through the month, so we are at the halfway point for your chance to enter the June giveaway, which is already at over 800 entries.
Yeah.
Oh, and let me say this too.
Yes, it is.
The showcase tonight. The showcase tonight.
Oh,
showcase tonight is in Jamie's honor, so maybe he'll stick around for it. I don't know.
Oh, I got more than enough time now.
Oh, you're sticking around for it because it's in your honor, my friend.
Thank you. Yeah, I got more than enough time to do a lot of things now. So.
From the shelves. Pulled from the shelves.
Bro, I felt it when you texted me. I was like, this is for me.
This is for you. So this is all in your honor, my friend. And if Liz ends up watching, I'll have to tell Liz something too. There's a showcase for the future that she has recommended, and I already started doing the preliminary work in writing down all the first appearances for the Legion characters. So,
you're already in it, Chris.
Oh, Chris.
Don't forget, Chris, you just gotta tag a bunch of people, but I'll just put you in like 37 times. It's fine.
do that. I gotta let Chris know. So and here I didn't have to text him that we were on live, but Chris, I do have to do something. Don't say anything.
Hey, Chris, we're live.
Chris,
and I don't know if you saw, Jamie, or if you heard that he is using his 3D printer to make brown lantern rings.
I seen that.
Did you see the pictures? Oh my God! And they got.
I didn't get the pictures. I got the video.
Oh, okay, get the video.
I said too. I said whenever he figures out a design for an actual lantern to charge the brown lantern ring, that's going to be a disturbing thing.
Yeah, no, I 100% agree with that. I've had some ideas.
We've got to get one to Richard. We've got to get one.
He did that lithograph, Justice League today, and I saw that. I think it's today, but I saw it and I was like, "Holy, dude!"
Oh yeah. He's been sending me because he's been working on that for a week or so, and he's been sending me progress pics of like as he prints it and and then adjusts it and prints it again. And Yeah, the one he sent me today where he got it finalized and it's got the light shining behind it, just
Yeah.
gorgeous.
That was pretty badass.
He's. I'm telling you, people are next. He's going to start making people. You know, you're encouraging him, and I'm a little worried about that because he will start making people.
I think he needs to make some Codex action figures, and we each have our own action figure. We can, we could have that for sale on the merch site. You can buy Codex action figures. We can make our own greeting card.
Okay. Now, let's see. You're going down the wrong path. If he makes Codex action figures, what do you think he's going to do with them? He's going to do terrible, unspeakable things to them.
He's not funny.
No. He's not going to do
get one. Sonny just gets an arm printed up.
No. He's not gonna mangle them, but he's gonna do sexual deviant things to them.
Yes.
Oh, I heard. Yeah, I heard.
That
Yeah,
was
that's
cool.
right. Mike was getting that. I didn't. He wanted to know my favorite cover, and I thought everybody knew it was Swamp Thing 9. But he's deviating. He said it was too obvious, so there's no telling.
Yeah, he texted me and messaged me and asked me my favorite cover, and I was like, man, I got to think on that. Like, I don't know, I don't know that I have like a favorite. I could pick a handful of them, but for me, it's so hard to just pick that one because there's just so many. Every time I would say like, oh, Captain America Annual 8, and then I think, oh well, what about this one Punisher cover, or what about this one Great Justice League cover, or I just start thinking of all them.
Well, Andrew Clem. Yep. See, y'all take heed of what I'm telling you. This will happen. You'll get a figure and you'll be saying, "Oh, it's so nice," and you won't know what has touched it.
Yeah. No.
Well, that's why when I make sure, like
gloves,
put on a glove and touch it, be like, thanks. And as soon as I get home, just douse or just drop it in a jar full of.
That's not enough. That's not enough. You need to have the heavy duty gloves and the tongs like you handle radioactive.
Hey, Mr. Keith, how you doing?
Radioactive isotopes. That's what you need.
Like Homer Simpson with the claw thing.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Yeah. Anyways, we got a big show for you tonight. We got a lot of stuff to show off, a lot of stuff to talk about. Goings on. Wow.
Oh, look at that.
Goings on in the comics world. New things that are announced. What they just announced all the new Alex Ross Timeless covers. Which the Thunderbird one is probably the best looking one.
Oh, I know.
Gorgeous.
Psyched for the T-Bird.
Yeah, it's cool. He's doing a Banshee one too. That's cool. And I looked at the Dazzler one. I'm like, that's not the Dazzler one I would have picked. But apparently he said something like, when I did the interview with Todd Knock and I asked him, how do they pick what? Hey.
Hang on, I got this for you.
I got one. I got a couple in mind, Chris. I'll message you directly on my pick.
Yeah, like I said, Chris, I got to think on it because it's hard for me to narrow it down to one. But yeah, Todd Knock, I asked him, like, when you do these iconic covers that the series is doing now, do you pick the cut, like who you're going to draw, or do they tell you? And he said, no, Marvel tells them, like, we want you to do this character. And then even more like the Wolverine Kitty Pryde book, he said we want you to draw, the Kitty Pryde where she had like the roller skates and like the awful costume. So he said Marvel's telling him that. And then when Alex Ross said he's doing the new batch of Timeless ones, he said, he's like, oh, I'm so glad Marvel's letting me pick to do the characters I want and the costumes I want. So, all right, well, you're picking it all. And that's the one you picked for Dazzler?
You
got the Cloak and Dagger one look cool. But yeah, where's Wonder Man? I
know. I need Wonder Man. Exactly. I said that a few days ago. Just for if Pam is here, we want you to know, Pam, that
Sports Talk will commence in 10 minutes.
Sports Talk that Edmonton they did not get it done tonight. Florida's beat them, but I'm wearing my Commander's shirt that my lovely wife has given me as my Father's Day gift, just a little early. I said I would wear it tonight. The DC has a professional championship football team right now. Or they're on their way to it. The DC Defenders are whooping the tar out of the Michigan team in the UFL. So I'll take it. It's a DC football championship. Sure, I'll take it.
Yeah.
So.
Oh, and you know what? I just pulled them up to look at them to remember them. Like, yeah, the Professor X one looks pretty cool. You know, the Havoc one looks cool. The Dazzler one looks really cool. The way he has like the glow from her energy. You know, he's doing the Kitty Pryde one with Lockheed. But I'm looking at like, all right, like you said, he hasn't done Wonder Man yet, but he's got a goddamn Zabu cover because he's got Kazar and Sheena. Like,
I'm okay with this.
You did one of that, but there's no Wonder Man.
He did Black Goliath. How many comics has Black Goliath been in?
Yeah, isn't he? Is he still dead, or did they ever bring him back? I know he got killed in Civil War. Was he ever brought back?
I don't know, but I mean that's pretty obscure. I'm like you though. Thunderbird is amazing, and I think the Banshee's pretty damn good too.
Yeah, the Banshee one is cool.
That Moon Knight one has been my favorite so far.
Moon Knight's very well done too. And
the Sunfire one that he's doing is really cool too, because it made me think like, oh, you know, it'd be kind of cool to collect the all of them now with the all new, all different team. Because in this one, you got Banshee, you got Thunderbird, you got Sunfire. You know, he's already done Cyclops. He's already done Colossus, Wolverine. You know, he's done the other ones.
Storm.
Yeah.
I think I got a cool Storm cover in here today. But real fast, Chris, if you're still watching Green Lantern 149 standoff, it's Kyle Rayner versus Superman. My favorite of all time.
Nice. Oh, and something funny, Gary. When I was at the dollar thing today, there was someone that was digging through boxes, and he was like, "Anybody seen any Juggernaut books?" I looked up. I was like, "Hey, you know, the podcast station I do some shows on, we just did an episode the other night focusing on the Juggernaut," and I handed him a card, and he was like, "Oh, you the Comic Logic?" I'm like, "Oh yeah, my buddy is in Harsh Owner's shop." He's like, "Oh yeah, I was up there the other day." I'm like, "Oh yeah, he mentioned that there was someone up there for Juggernaut looking for Juggernaut books, and he got the Jim California signature and all that." He's like, "Yeah, man, it was super cool."
I think his name's Robert, I think.
Yeah, it's a small world.
So there he was he's still looking for Juggernaut books. Yep.
Green Lantern 149.
That's probably volume.
That's 3.
Volume 3.
Yep.
Yeah, it says standoff on the cover, and it has Kyle Rayner and Superman. Well, nose to chest.
You know, Chris.
Oh yeah, that's when he changed. When Kyle, just pulled it up. That's when he changed his costume. Was he?
Yeah.
Was he still Green Lantern then, or was he going by Ion at that point?
He went back to Green Lantern for that one.
Okay.
Chris is gonna make a green latrine. Watch.
Yeah.
Well,
that's only because he doesn't eat enough vegetables.
Yeah, there you go. All right. Let's see. Oh, okay. There's 149. Yeah, he likes that. And there's an Earthrise behind them.
Mm-hmm. They're on the Watchtower.
Yeah. All right.
But yeah, all-time favorite. That was like one of the first issues where the cover was just like mine. Like I was like, this is amazing. I need this. Like my brother, huge Superman fan. I was always Green Lantern fan. He's like, yeah, Superman beat the bricks off of him. And I found that, and I was like, that forever will be my staple. Doesn't have any cost or value to it, but it does to me.
The Andrew Clem More Fun 60 cover he did for me. I've got it in. I don't know where I'm going to put that, but I've got it in my head that I'd like to get like a series of 10 of those from him, of my favorite covers, and just I don't know where the hell I would put them, but you know, like of course Swamp Thing 9, get Weird War 19, get the Sergeant Rock issue where he's holding the dog tags.
Yeah.
Do that. Maybe Justice League 111, my first book. Definitely the Brave and the Bold one. God, is it 118 or 119 where Batman and Wildcat are slugging?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
That's a top 10 cover.
That was the one in the ring too, right?
Yeah, so the Joker and the Joker's the referee. Yeah, I love that cover.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Yes.
You know, I told him, like, I don't know how big he can make them, but I said, you know, when he started showing me the one cover, I was like, it would be cool to print one off, like that featured a character on it. Like if you could print it off big enough that you could have a light shine behind it and then have the action figure on display in front of it.
You talking about Chris lithos?
What?
You talking about Chris with the
Yeah.
litho? Yeah.
Like I said, I don't know how big he prints them. Or you could always have it like beside the figure too. I was like, that would make a cool display.
Listen, before he makes people, he's going to make life-size prints. So
Yeah.
Oh, Chris, if you're wondering, the cover that Sal wants, it's
Howard the Duck.
It's Howard the Duck issue 8. It's the one where it's got the newspaper thing that says Howard for president, and then Howard's bursting through the paper. That's Sal's favorite cover. That's the one that he wants.
Yeah. That's the tattoo he has.
yeah, it's a tramp stamp. When when he bends over, it's like it's like, hello, sailor. Look at this.
All you see is the O for Howard.
There you go.
He's got his right ass cheek is the top bill, his left ass cheek is the bottom bill, and just ask him to make Howard.
When he walks, he quacks.
Oh my goodness. Sal, did they put you on mute? You're not defending yourself.
All right, let's get into some business before we get this too far.
Sal said it's not worth defending.
Not.
It's not worth my time.
It's supposed to be an enjoyable night for me, Sal.
Nonsense.
Give me a break.
That's right. That's right.
All right.
When he got to the shop today, I was already there flipping through books, and he messaged me, and he was like, "Oh, I'm there now." I'm like, "I'm here too. Where are you?" And then I get nothing back, and then I look up and I see him across the shop, but I've got like massive stacks of books I pulled out. I'm like, I can't leave these. I'll just wait for him to come over, and he comes over. I'm like, "Hey," and he didn't see me. I was like, "Hey, it's Slab the Sal guy from that famous internet show."
Jamie, did you get to see that?
Yeah, I know. I was watching it that night when I got back.
That was just great.
I was laughing.
Tried to gaslight us and say, "No, I didn't say that."
Yeah, I didn't say. Yeah, he got me on that one. I didn't believe he thought he had said that, but he knew.
Yeah.
He knew, and he was trying to
like, did I say that? Did I really?
Yeah.
No, I didn't.
No, he said I didn't say. No, he was definitive. I didn't say that. No, I didn't.
And then he told me, I'd say, when I sent in the video, he was like, I hope that you weren't really going to go back and look at the video. I was like, you even know me?
Dude, I barely turned the computer off and I got a link sent from Dan. I don't know how he did it that quick. Bam, there it is.
Yeah.
Well, because when he said it, I looked at the ticker and I was like, all right, it's like 32 and a half minutes. So I just went, or whatever it was. So I just went on there and just went right to that. I'm like, yep, I already said it. Rewind a couple seconds, record.
Yeah. All right. Dan, get some business out the way, buddy. Let's get the show on the road.
All right. Well, yeah, let's get the business out of the way. Where can they find us all? Sal, you want to let them know?
Well, you can always find us, all of us, on the Codex Station. You can always meet the team, get some merch, and so much more. Our bios are on there. And we also got socials, Gary. What about the socials?
Well, the socials, my God, let me tell you. Look at every one of these faces here. You can tell that we are infected. We're all the way up to here with them. And we are dripping, positively dripping. And what we would love more than anything else is to give them to you, baby.
That's right. That's right, ladies and gentlemen.
Sweats.
And for me individually, if you don't find me here on the Codex Station, head on to YouTube, look up Sal's Comic Corner. I'm there on Sal's Comic Corner, and under Instagram as the Slab Guy 77. Of course, you can always find Dan. Where Dan? On Instagram, because he is Instagram.
Yeah, you can find Sal slinging it on the corner. He's got cheap prices. He's got to keep himself supplied in slabs however he can.
That's right.
And
Whatever works, baby.
Search Dan Kelly Art on Instagram. You'll see me up there. I'm getting ready to send a batch of sketch covers off to CGC to get graded for Adam and Dave's Card World. I posted the other day other sketch covers I have done that are not claimed by anyone. So you want to get one of them and you want to send it up and you want to get it graded slab with that yellow label, $60, or I think I put it as like $65 shipped to you if you want to get one. So let me know. Or if you want to get one commission yourself, I got a stack of blank sketch covers like that. So hit me up and make your money become my money, because I need money, because I got to give this guy money because he's taking some books to Heroes Con for me next week to get autographed. I'm sure I'm going to have to give him some money for that, but
They might be free.
there, he's going to tell you about where you can find him and what he is all about.
Free 99.
There you go. Well, here we go. Find me at Comic Logic every Wednesday. But you don't have to come in on Wednesday. You can come any day you want. We would love to see, except Monday. Not on Monday. But come on in. We are Loudoun County, Virginia's only comic book store. We would love to see you. Comic Logic, I'm lucky enough to be one of the part owners there. You come in on Wednesday, you get the extra added treat of seeing me, Mighty Mike Harbor, our principal owner, Rob Kalin. We are getting our injection, our new comics, because comics make you strong, baby. Told you before, get that 4-color ink in here. You start out with a single book, then you're lifting a stack, then you're lifting a short box, then a long box, and you're stacking them here, Next thing you know, you are jacked and you are packed, baby. Also do some push-ups. That help. So, Comic Logic, come see us. Also, got to get a lot of love to our Archduke Kevy that started the Comic Character of the Day site, now being run by Mr. Dan Kelly over there with the Characters of the Day. Yes, that's him. It's Avengers Month, and he gives a great random panel. He gives great random panel. That's what he does. He gives great random panels of the day, great questions of the day, and you also get a cover of the day. Lately, it's been Talking Geek filling that slot because I've not been able to make the time to do them. But occasionally, you'll get 2 covers. You get one from me, one from him. But somebody's going to give you a cover of the day that you can feast your eyes on. So please head over to that site. It is a magnificent site. And it's enough about me. Now let's talk about my brother in wood paneling up there. So up there, Master Builder, he is building anew. Where he had before, he had it perfect. He had the walls made up and all that, but it wasn't enough. He had to start fresh and build anew, and he did it with the earthiest of earth tones, wood brown. And now he is going to make his new comic emporium behind him, and we will see it as it slowly develops. But that's what a master builder does. He cannot be content with what he's already built. He's got to start over again from scratch sometimes and start building anew. And like the Phoenix rising, that is what he is, our master builder, our Phoenix, our one and only J-Dub.
Right there.
Sal already took my intro, so hi.
Well, Dan kind of threw out the question there, but go ahead, Jamie. Throw it in there.
No, it's cool. You can find us at the codexstation.com, one-stop shop for everything Code X. Get some merch, meet team, let us know what you like and don't like, and find us on all of the dripping socials that Uncle Gary has provided for you and all of us.
That's what I do, baby.
So, you guys want to get this one kicked off?
Yes.
Yeah. Oh, real quick, I asked Gary, did you watch that Juggernaut thing I sent you?
I have not. I'm sorry. Again, time. But you know what? This is over.
Yeah.
I'm not having a bus again until August. So I go clean the bus up. I'll watch it.
When we did the Juggernaut episode the other day, Gary let us know that he has not seen the I'm the Juggernaut bitch redub cartoon.
Oh God, it's amazing.
I sent him that and I said, all right, man, you got to watch this. This is pretty good. And then
Did you send me that in text or in Messenger?
In
text.
Messenger.
Okay. I'll have to remember, fellas. I've just not been on the ball catching up on stuff, so hopefully I will have time to do that. Hence, I am 3 weeks behind on reading my comics.
Well, after you,
I'm only 1,125 behind, so catching up.
Well, after you watch that and let me know what you think, then I'll send you Charlie Brown Kwanzaa to watch.
No, that one is going to be so wrong.
Yeah.
Though I have seen stills of the Charlie Brown. I don't think they made a cartoon of it, but the Charlie Brown Thing episodes, which oh man, it's pretty awesome. I've seen stills of it. I don't know that they made a cartoon of it. I've just seen stills of the Thing as a Charlie Brown special.
All right, well, yeah, let's kick some tires and light some fires.
Yep.
All right.
I'll kick it off when we start. Is that cool?
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right.
Oh, everybody's got new issues, right?
I got new. I have 2 books, but I'm not considering them back issues. So I have just all new stuff.
All right. Who has got back issues other than me?
Yeah. Well, mine screwed up from Wednesday, so I mean,
I don't have true back issues, but I have a few things. I have the California stuff to show.
Let's go through and do all the new issues, and then we'll do the California stuff, and then we'll do back issues.
Okay.
Sounds like a plan.
All right.
All right,
let's do that.
you want to hit some buttons?
I'll hit some buttons.
Light
See you
this
guys.
candle, meatball.
Yep. We'll see you guys in about like 10 seconds.
Yeah.
Whether you
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. There you go.
Oh.
It was just like,
What's going on? It is another Comics Unleashed. We are back here with you all. Happy to be back. Happy to have Jamie back. Got some great books we're going to show off. We got new issues. We got back issues. We got stuff from the Jim Calafiore signing at Comic Logic last weekend. So, let's go ahead and get this thing started. Jamie, fresh back off of his retreat where he was communing with nature, meditating in the woods. So he is going to go ahead and get us kicked off on this.
what was the commercial? We got our baby back, the ribs. We got our Jamie back.
Yeah.
Back.
Baby back ribs.
Yeah, there we go.
Jelly baby back ribs. Anyways,
I do love
There you go.
the ribs. Well, first off, I just want to say I got to give a shout to my family. There's some stuff that has happened. I'll get more into it when I feel more comfortable talking about it with everybody. These guys obviously know, but my family really did come through for me and really did help me out with getting everything done and basically getting these books too. So this goes out to them. And the fact that I want to say thank you to the team for always being there for me, checking on me every day and making sure that I was still going to be here. So I love you guys. Thank you. I just want to say that. I didn't want to send it over group message or text. I want to tell you guys person. So
Well, love you too. And I've been in touch with Mike, and he said he's been in touch with you constantly.
yes, yeah, Mike, everybody.
We all love you, brother.
I know.
Yeah.
I can't explain how much I appreciate it. But let's get into some happy moments and get into these books, shall we? So we're gonna kick it off with Independence. We're gonna go with World Tree 15.
Oh, that's a cool.
Oh, I like that cover.
that's a nice cover,
Yeah, this book will and forever will be my favorite. I'm gonna be sad when it ends. Next up, we got Spawn 365.
Nice. I feel like World Tree is one of those books that it's not going to run forever. Like
It's not.
I don't know if they've said it, but it feels like one of those ones. The way it's written, like we know what the ending is going to be before we start it.
Well, the original ending was supposed to be in issue 6.
Yeah.
Or issue 5, and then people were like, we need more, because at the end they left the QR code and we scanned it and went to their website. And when we went to their website, you got a whole branch of new things, and they're like, keep going. So next up, Something is Killing the Children, number 42.
Nice.
Still love this as much as Mighty Mark Harbor does.
Yeah. I don't know. He got the ink for it.
Yeah, I know. Don't worry. I'll top it. Next up, Radiant Black 34.
Oh, that's neat.
I
Another
like the reflection.
tiny helmet cover.
Yeah. Now, again, these books are from the last 2 weeks, so if you guys see any last week, I apologize, but I really don't care because I didn't get to see them.
That's right. They're your books to show.
Yeah.
That's right.
Next up, another favorite series, Power Rangers Prime number 7 with the Dinozord on it. This is amazing. If you guys watched the Codex Creator series with Comicsaurus Rex, he is a big fan too, and we talked about that. So, next up, issue 4 of Let This One Be the Devil, or Be a Devil.
Ooh, that's creepy.
Yeah.
That's very creepy.
We have Geiger number 15. Pew.
I can't wait to read that. Yeah.
Yeah. All right, we're gonna jump into some Marvel now with X-Men number 17.
A new X-Men book. Jamie, come over to the dark side.
Yes, it's unfortunately happening very fast.
And it's the Cyclops book too.
Yeah, it's the Cyclops team one. Yep.
This is
You
why I
love
wanted to. I wanted to cancel it, but I can't. Ultimate.
I knew how to quit you.
Yeah. Ultimate Wolverine number 6.
That's a cool cover.
It is. Ultimate Spider-Man Incursion number 1.
Have you read that?
I have not got a chance to read anything. I just picked these up today.
Okay,
So,
I was just wondering how that was. I didn't pick it up, but I was
I heard really good things about it, so I'm very excited for it. So
curious.
it doesn't take it, and it's from Camp, so
Mm.
he's already writing Ultimates. So that's amazing as it is. Next book, Ultimate Black Panther number 17.
Nice.
Love the Khonshu aspect behind it. One World Under Doom number 5. This is the variant. I had to get this one. Just look.
That's
Yeah,
a cool cover. Yep.
That's cool, variant.
And then this one was the last one on the shelf, and it is a variant for Marvel Knights: The World to Come.
Oh yeah.
Oh, I like that.
Oh, that's cool. Oh, is that the white Black Panther one?
Yeah, yeah. I heard about it, and I was like, I was gonna get it anyways, but still did.
The Ryan Gosling Black Panther.
Yes. The Notebook Black Panther.
Yes.
Next up, the Immortal Thor number 24.
Love those covers.
Yeah,
Mhm.
they're always. These have been amazing. Cover wise, yes. Story, meh.
I wish I had to drop it a little bit ago, and I wish the stories were as good as the covers were.
Right. Deadpool Wolverine issue 6.
Nice.
Some strife action. And Nick Fury.
Marvel Comics is just capitalizing on that movie as much as they can get. Like,
Dude, there's so many spin-offs of these comics for other comics that already were a spin-off to this now. It's like, all right, you guys have got your cash grab. You're not gonna be selling that much more.
That's why we're getting Deadpool Batman.
Yeah.
yeah.
Next up, Amazing Spider-Man number 5.
Yeah, that's a cool.
I
cover.
like the cover. Yep.
Yeah. I think Uncle Gary like this because we're jumping into DC. This is Aquaman number 6.
Oh yeah, that's the Perez variant from the postcards. Yep.
Love that
You
cover.
gotta be happy you saw that they're gonna be doing a Twilight Zone comic, right?
Yeah.
In black and white.
Mm-hmm.
There's also a really good biography of Rod Sterling called Twilight Man that's done in comic form.
Right. I didn't know that.
Mm-hmm. It's good.
For my next one, Action Comics 1087.
Love
Another
the
crypto cover.
Yes, they got me at crypto. Every damn crypto cover, just about. I'm getting.
Just wait, man. It's the summer of Superman. Comics, movies.
Mm-hmm.
Mugs, everything. Absolute Superman, speaking of, number 8.
That's a good cover.
Mm-hmm.
Absolute Green Lantern number 3.
That's cool.
Who's that? Is that John Stewart?
I think it's supposed to be. Yep. And then we have Absolute Batman number 9. Just looks monstrous.
Oh, yeah, look at that.
Mm-hmm.
My favorite Batman book right now, Batman Dark Patterns number 7.
I love Dark Patterns. That has been a great book.
It has been like Waters on it has been amazing, and even his run right now with Nightwing is insane.
So I haven't been reading that. What's the premise of it? What's the story?
Well, it's gonna be 12 issues, and it's a 3-issue story arc for each one. And the first one was the most crazy story ever. What was it?
I can't remember his name, but it's a dude that had pins all pushed.
He had
up.
nails in him,
Nails
like
in him.
everywhere, and it was because he didn't feel the pain from it, and like it just torture, and it was just crazy. Yeah. What was that one, Gary?
I was gonna say the second arc I really loved.
Yes, I haven't gotten that far in the second arc
Okay,
yet.
well, just without giving too much away, the Scarface.
Yeah, the ventriloquist, isn't it?
The ventriloquist and Scarface. Scarface has possessed a building,
Mm-hmm.
and all the residents in it are at their whims of what Scarface says. The whole building is kind of possessed. It is really a interesting story. Wow.
You know what the funny thing is? I have the Old Spice, and it does. Next up, we got DC Vampires World War V number 10, and I know someone's gonna love this cover.
Yep. I think I have that cover.
Yep, and there's another Wildcat in my stack here that I really do love. But before that, we have Green Lantern Corps #5 and my boys front and center.
There you go.
So I'm wondering, is this an ongoing series or a mini series?
What? Corpse?
The Green Lantern
Corps, yeah.
Corps, because I thought it was ongoing, and then somebody said it was a mini.
No, it's ongoing from what I'm understanding.
I think it's ongoing as well.
Yeah, it's been good.
It has been. And here's the next one that I love, JSA #8.
Mm-hmm.
Nice.
Uncle Gary's got me on that Wildcat kick.
That was it. That's a really good issue, man. That's such a good issue.
It's a
Gary,
great.
I told Gary and Chris, I was like, you both got to read this. You'll dig it. And Chris messaged me right after he finished it. He said the only complaint I have is that the story for it wasn't longer.
Yeah. All right. Next up, Justice League versus Godzilla vs Kong.
Mm-hmm. Fun book.
Yep.
I just love the fact that Peacemaker's in it. We got Poison Ivy #34.
Mm-hmm.
Nice.
And to wrap up my single issues, you know I had to get it. Robin and Batman, Jason Todd.
Yep.
That's a cool cover.
Yeah.
Yeah, the variants weren't that cool. They had a little mirror one, and I was like, nah, I'm good.
Is that Dustin Wynn?
Yes, it is.
Yes, it is. All right. So Amazon did have a sale, and I had to get them because I want to complete this line. But I ended up getting DC Finest. Green
Good.
Lantern, The Defeat of Green Lantern.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
What's
Had
that?
to.
What's that reprinting? Is that reprinting the Showcase 2 books? and
This
mini ones?
is not the showcase. Where is it? Green Lantern 19 through 39, Flash
Okay.
143, and Brave and the Bold 59.
Okay, nice.
And then I ended up also getting Justice League of America, Bridge Between Earths.
That was a good one.
Oh, cool.
Nice.
Is that
Sure.
all the old crossovers between the JLA and JSA?
Yeah, so this is collects Justice League of America 45 through 72 from June 1966 to 69.
All right, so you'll have a couple crossovers in there. It's not specifically just crossovers.
Yeah.
Okay. But they
But-
used to do them They used to do them once a year, like
Once a year,
real time.
Mhm.
and they'd
Not
be usually a 2-issue arc.
Yeah.
Well, that's everything for me. So
Nice. The DC
Totally agree on that.
the DC Finest. It's about time DC's done something like that because Marvel's Epic line has been selling really well, and DC needs an affordable reprint line like that that's putting their classic material out there.
Yeah.
And a few years ago, DC gutted their staff that was doing reprints, and I was very discouraged by that. But lately, they've done that, and they've also, just in the new DC preview book, they have the Tom Mandrake, John Ostrander Spectre run.
Yep.
The first half of it will be collected in Volume 1 of an omnibus. And for anybody that doesn't have it, I recommend it highly. I know it's over $100 hardback book, but it's well worth getting. And then Volume 2 will come out later. And then in the next couple months, the Warlord one should come out. And that should be a 2-volume. But thankfully, these great works are going to be finally collected.
All right, so that's all. Everything for you this week.
that's everything.
All right, Slabby, you ready to go?
Yeah, sure. Why not?
Ah, you changed it.
I saw him do it mid, and I was like, he saw you.
Yeah, you can't pull a fast one on him.
No.
I did on Thursday. His name the entire show said
Yeah,
Slab the Foul Guy.
That's true.
He was doing that as penance.
Now he's on the lookout for it.
Yep.
Right.
Yep. All right. So Independence first. I picked up Vox Machina Origins.
Nice.
Vex and Vexelia. Vax and Vex. I also have the Green Lantern Corps #3. Oh, I'm sorry, not 3. This is 5. Number 5.
I really like the art on it. The artist on there was doing Flash before they relaunched it.
I like what Guy Gardner said. He's like, "Punch it, Space Cabbie."
Yeah.
Mhm, yeah.
Space
It's like-
Cabbie's a fun character. Like I wouldn't want to see him all the time, but when he pops up occasionally, it's fun.
Yeah.
Yeah, he is.
All right. So I picked up New Avengers #1.
I want to get that, but I'm afraid to.
Picked up a giant-sized Spider-Man.
I saw
Good old
something that they're
Defensive
doing in New Avengers issue 3, but that was interesting, but I forgot what.
Eddie Brock Carnage #5. This has been a good read. So
That's cool cover.
that's been a good read. They got some good variant covers that are coming to me soon.
Oh yeah, they have a lot for that one.
Exceptional X-Men #10.
Is that Sinister and White Queen?
Yes, it looks like it.
He does look sinister there.
He does.
He does. Foily Goodness. I picked up Spider-Girl #1. Foily Goodness.
There we go.
And Death of Silver Surfer 1. Foily Goodness.
Oh, I didn't even realize that came out this week. They must have sold out before I got to the shop.
Yeah.
I didn't even see
Let
it.
me know how that is.
A lot of good variants with this. Yeah, I'll let you know. I haven't read this week's either. But yeah, a lot of good variants for that Silver Surfer cover. And that's it for my new pools this week.
All right, you want to go next, Gary?
Sure. All right. First one is not a book for me. It is for my youngest, Morgan, who loves Umbrella Academy. So
yeah.
Nice.
that will be given to them. My old friend, Hello Darkness.
What did you think of the Netflix show? I know it made a lot of changes from the comic.
I never watched it, and I've never read Umbrella Academy. So
No, I was asking about what did Morgan think?
I don't know if I don't know. I just don't know the answer to that question. I'm not 100% sure Morgan watched it, but I will have to ask now and see. Geiger. And also, got to go a little EC, blood type.
Yeah. Let me know how that one is for sure, because that was one of the ones I was like cautious to pull the trigger on.
I've heard it's good. And Sorrento has got an interesting art style that I dig.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
So
I've seen it from New Comic Book Day, and I was like drooling. I was like, I want this, but I don't know how it's gonna be.
yeah, so I'm looking forward to reading that and seeing how it is, because it's unlike the others. It's not an anthology. I think it's a storyline.
Yeah, I think it's only like 4 or 6 issues too.
Right. Okay. So for Marvelous, we'll get The World Under Doom. All right. Deadpool and Wolverine 6. So I had missed this, so I got Deadpool and Wolverine 5.
Yeah.
I got that one too.
Now they're going to be doing one called Deadpools and
Wolverines.
Yeah, and I will not be getting that.
No, I'm good.
Amazing Spider-Man, and I tell you what, this was this was like an $8 book, and they had a variant that I was so close to getting. It was a great Lee Bermejo Spider-Man cover, where he's falling backwards shooting his web shooters. Oh man, his Bermejo is so amazing. I almost got that cover, but I draw the line somewhere. I also got the giant size Dark Phoenix Saga. And this one made me buy the damn alternate cover, because you're talking a redhead in a corset with a whip. Damn right I'm getting that.
That's nice.
Look at that. Ooh, man.
That is a good one.
Except for the whip, I married that. Yeah. So
You're like, honey, I found your Halloween costume.
Yeah. She I think she'd tell me age appropriate. So she, back in the day though, pulled that off in a second. All right. Batman and Robin, Jason Todd. So look at the back. The back even looks good.
It does.
1, 2, 3. Oh, it's a Trinity. So yeah, so Tom King's writing this. I really enjoyed the Trinity backup feature he's had in the Wonder Woman book when it was there.
Yeah.
I really enjoyed it. So,
and isn't that what that is? Doesn't that like reprint all the backup stories as one? Or
no, this is new ongoing. They did that book that reprinted them. So this is new stories. New stories. Here's the Green Lantern Corps with a little space cabbie action. The meter's running. Batman and Robin, like there. And that's that's a little Etrigan action.
That's cool.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I just looked at that Bermejo cover for the giant size Spider-Man. You're right, that is awesome.
Yeah, it was good. Because I got the other X-Men one, I made a choice there. Because I can't get them all. I need to tone down a little bit with my variant covers, but it was pretty cool.
Because he does Spider-Man like the Nicholas Hammond TV show with the web shooters on the outside and
the costume's a little wrinkly. He had wrinkles in the costume and all that. Yeah. So
the Scott Hepburn cover was pretty good too.
So that was the A cover for Vampires World War V, and here's the one Jamie showed.
Nice.
I love that. As soon as I saw that, I was like, "Oh, I got to show Gary."
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah, had to get that. Absolute Batman, Bane. I don't know how Bane. I think Bane went to that same person the Witch Doctor and Beetlejuice went to because he got his little head shrunk.
That's funny. That's what I thought when I saw that. I was like, this guy, I was like, Dragotta is just taking the giant body and tiny head thing
to a new extreme.
He's taken it to the extreme the way that artists take Power Girl's cleavage to the extreme.
There's nothing wrong with that. All right. In honor of Sal, I got a shiny Red Rider.
Oh.
But
nice.
It's on a Batman #9.
Very cool.
See, they didn't have any of those at the shop at our shop when I went. They didn't even have the regular facsimiles.
Right. So I'm not buying all the facsimiles that are shiny, but this one really lent itself to being cool. Shiny.
Yeah.
If anyone can at their shop, check if they got the facsimile for Batman 618 because my shop did not have it.
Is that a Hush one?
Yeah.
All right, let me make a note of it.
Text that to me.
Oh well.
Please. Action Comics.
You said 618, right?
Yeah, I'm looking just to double check.
And it's the A cover, but I also had to get the Crypto cover.
It just looks awesome. I bought every Crypto cover so far.
So if I sold this book for money, would it be cryptocurrency?
Yeah, to an extent.
To an extent.
Crypto's getting his own miniseries now.
Yes, he is, and I'm buying that damn book too. Batman Dark Patterns, even the A cover is cool as hell.
Oh yeah.
Cool cover.
Yeah, that's a very cool cover. Love the big circle bat logo. It's kind of fun. Resurrection Man.
Oh.
Mm-hmm.
That was me.
Yep, I just got it, buddy. Also, we got the regular issue of Aquaman.
Mm-hmm.
Nice. That's a cool one.
Mm-hmm. That's very cool. This one's kind of goofy, but I got it anyway.
Yeah, that one I was like, meh.
It's a little goofy, but
it's kind of cartoony, but it's a really great pose.
Yeah, it's a cool pose. And then of course, I'm getting every George Perez variant. So that's just how I roll, baby. So
the Green Arrow one is really nice, and the Justice League one is going to be really nice too.
So so most of them are from the postcard set.
Mm-hmm.
The Justice League one is not. That is from a DC Justice League index set where they were. It was like a 5-issue set where they had from different eras of the league, and Perez did that cover, and it's pretty amazing. So they're sitting around the table, right? And that's one. Yep, that's from the Justice League index. So, but I'm more than happy to have that on a comic cover, just like I am these things. And Chris was right, Crypto. When the movie came out and he whistled when I saw the first trailer, I'm like, oh, don't tell me that's Crypto. And sure enough, there he is coming across the ice. I was like, I'm in, I'm sold, I'm there.
And the cool thing with those Perez covers too is it's over top of the regular cover. So you can look at that and then open it up and still see the regular cover, the A cover too. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, that's all the DC's covers.
Yeah.
Not just the Perez ones. They're all
like that. Yeah.
They're all like that. Yep. So there you go. So that's what I have. That's all my new stuff. And then, like I said, when we get to it, I do have California outings.
All right. I'll bring up the back here. So I'll start off with DC. I know it came out last week, but I forgot to pick it up. So I got the Mr. Terrific Year 1, Issue
Mhm.
1.
Can you touch his T-balls? I want to see you do that.
Yeah.
Stroke them.
Woo! Oh man!
I bet you,
Yeah,
bet you love it too.
Don't
You'll
forget
love
the
it.
T-balls, ladies.
Got Green Lantern number 23.
That's a great cover.
I just read that today. I just read
Yep.
that.
Mm-hmm.
Ought to be interesting. The old Spectre against the old Spectre against the original / new current Spectre. Yeah, also got the Green Lantern Corps number 5.
Mhm.
Also got the Perez Aquaman.
They didn't have any more at the shop today for those.
Yeah, I did read this one. It's good.
Yeah, I can't wait to.
This one's really. I did read this. This one's really good too. The DC versus Vampires World War V number 10. Read that.
That's been a fun series.
Oh, the whole every one of them has been so far.
Yeah, it's been a lot of fun. The last page of it, I was like, oh. Didn't expect that to happen. The backup story in it, though, it's had that Wildcat like it had the what was the first backup story? It was Geoforce was the backup story for a while, and that was pretty good. It's had the Wildcat one for the past few issues. That one's been really good. The backup story in this one, I just didn't get into it all. I had no idea who any of the characters were, and it just it didn't do it for me like the previous ones, but the main story is phenomenal. I also got Something's Killing the Children 42, but I spent the extra. I'm a sucker. I spent the extra $2 to get the glow in the dark variant.
That's pretty
nice.
Yeah, I saw that on the shelf. I'm like,
God, I would have picked that up. I'm not even collecting that series, but I would have picked that up.
Yeah, that's pretty cool.
That's cool. You know, Sal likes the foil shiny covers. I like them too. But man, I'm a sucker for a cool glow in the dark cover. I still got to get around to getting that Ghost Rider one. I used to have the second print of it. I don't now. I got to get around to getting another copy of it. That's the first one.
They're not that expensive.
Yeah, I know. That's why I just been procrastinating. I'll probably pick it up at Baltimore. Also got Geiger 15, which I can't read because I just found out I missed Geiger 14. And this one wasn't even in my box this week. I checked on the Comic Hub site that our shop uses, and this wasn't, where it lists everything every week. This wasn't in there because I looked at what came out this week, and I was like, wait a minute, that wasn't in my box. I had to add, email them to add it in, and then when I looked at the books coming out, none of the upcoming issues of Geiger were in there, so I had to have them add it back on. And they told me a week or two ago. I don't know if you were there, Sal, when John said it, that the Ghost Machine books keep dropping off of
yeah, I was there. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, he said it's something like every couple of weeks, like the Ghost Machine books will just drop off a pull list and they'll have to add them all back on.
Yeah.
So I guess it just dropped off again, and I missed it when issue 14 came out. So I got to go back and see if they've got a copy of that.
So there was none at your shop, or you didn't check because you didn't know you needed it?
I didn't know I needed it. I got 15, and then when I was, adding all the books on my spreadsheet that I keep, I was like, wait a minute, it says I don't have 14. And, sometimes I forget to put a book in, and I went back and looked, and I'm like, no, I don't have 14.
Well,
so.
if you check your shop and don't have it, I'll look and see if we have one.
Oh, thanks. I appreciate it. I got Transformers 21. And for Marvel, I only got 2 from Marvel. None of them came out either one came out this week, but you had been talking about this series, so I decided to pick up the first couple issues, the Weapon X-Men.
Mm-hmm.
It's 4 issues are out now, right?
Yeah.
Right.
So they had 1, 2, and 4. They didn't have 3, so I just picked up 1 and 2. And I said, all right, well, I'll give this a try and see. And so far, at least in the first 2 issues, like Thunderbird hasn't really done much. I kind of got it. I don't really care about Chamber or Deadpool or Cable. I kind of got it because I like Wolverine and Thunderbird. I was hoping to see some more. Yeah, I was hoping to see some more interaction with them. I didn't really see it. Deadpool, especially issue 2, way too much Deadpool. It's it might as well be a Deadpool solo book, and just I'm fine with Deadpool. I just as long as he's just a
There's a subplot with Thunderbird that's going on that I think might reach a head next issue. So
Yeah, I'll figure out. It's like, in for a penny, in for a pound. I'll find a copy of 3. I'll get 4, and then we'll see. So that's it for me for new issues. And you said you don't have any back issues, right, Jamie?
No, I don't.
All right. Well, Sal, you want to go and start with your California stuff, and then we'll go you, Gary, me, and then we'll swing back around for the back issues.
Yeah, that's fine. That's fine. Let my dog back out. There we go. All right, so let's start off with the trade then. I picked up Ned, Lord of the Pit, Volume 1. Awesome story. This is absolutely hilarious. It is a great read. So I'm sorry I did not pick up Volume 2 that day. I couldn't do it, but I think, Gary, you said you're going to have the other ones at your shop. Do you still have those?
we have some at the shop we bought. Yep.
So look, gets me a price on those, and I'll see about picking one up. All right. So for my sketch from good old Mr. Calipari, I did an Aquaman with the hook.
Nice.
Ooh.
And tell what he said when you asked him if he could do the hook.
He was like, everybody asked for the hook. It's like okay, but man, I didn't know. So, yep, and that's it for my California stuff.
Well, he gave Sal what he wanted.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. He gave him the hook, just like
Gave
that.
me the hook.
Gave him
Gave me the hook.
Okay, so I also got an Aquaman cover from Mr. California. I did not ask for the hook, but he knew what I would have wanted.
Gave you the hook anyhow.
Got the hook anyway. Isn't that great?
Now, to
That
be
is
clear, like California was doing
Actually, Califury. He's
Califury.
Fury.
Yeah.
Califury.
So he
He
was
says
doing
like California's mad.
Yeah.
Califury.
So he was doing free sketches on sketch covers, but if you would pay, you could get a more detailed one. Which Chris got an amazing Spectre one.
On his All-Star. Yeah. And the yellow background. Oh, it's fantastic. So, yeah, he did a more. But look, this is a quick sketch cover for free. Look how great that is.
Yeah.
I know.
And it literally took him like less than 10 minutes to do.
It was that quick?
Yeah.
So,
wham, bam, thank you, Aquaman.
There you go. He also did that for me.
That one is awesome.
Yeah.
That's
was that a free one or a paid one?
That was a free one.
Wow, because you showed me that, and I was like, that had to be a paid one.
Well,
I thought so too.
Let me say this too about Mr. Califury. I did commission a Wildcat with him. I did broker the deal to get him to come to Comic Logic, and myself, Kurt, and Mike paid for his hotel room for the extra night too, out of pocket. So I think he was being kind too.
Yeah,
that one is. That one's magnificent.
Yeah. So
that's awesome.
Yeah, that's great. So when he saw that we paid out of pocket, I said, we want to keep the shop costs down. So me, Kurt, and Mike are going to do this. So I think he was taking care of us. You know what I'm saying? So
right.
I meant to show these earlier and I didn't because I got a few things on that day and I had them in the same bag. So there's a Mark Spears Monsters.
That's awesome.
Yeah, it doesn't look like Grandpa Munster.
Yeah, it sure. Number 4. And then I got the 5. I got that.
And the hunter in that, like the first time I saw it, I was like, that dude looks like Cad Bane from Star Wars.
And the other I had in there was the Airboy Comics Volume 2.
Nice.
With the Heap. The Heap, when they, sometimes people talk about, well, Swamp Thing and Man Thing are derivative of each other, blah, 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 blah. Everything is derivative from the Heap, baby.
Yeah.
The Heap is the first comic swamp monster. So, so if you're a Man Thing or a Swamp Thing fan and you think the others cheated off the other, look, it's the Heap.
It's the Heap.
The Heap is the OG. OG swamp monster is the Heap.
The Heap is the keep.
The Heap is the keep. So let's keep that real.
The Heap is hip.
Yeah, that's right. So back to our California. I already had number 1, so I got the number 2.
Got the number 2.
Get the number 2, and I look forward to reading it. I think, and Dan's had it for a while, so there's Mr. Califury, and then the other thing Mr. Califury did for me for free because I think he's being a good buddy to me. This Aquaman tome, and he was really happy about that they had reworked the cover. The original cover had the fish that were like rainbow fish, and he did not like that, so he was very happy they recolored this. But I asked if he could do a little Aquaman and Murrah for me.
Nice.
Nice.
Isn't that
I like
awesome?
That
Yeah.
is.
So before we
Very
opened, he said, "You got the tone?" I said, "Yeah." He goes, "Okay, I'm going to do it in white since I'm black." I said, "No problem." Isn't that fantastic?
Yeah, that looks
So
It's
cool.
amazing.
Yeah, he treated me pretty good. Now, this was a long negotiation. What I'm about to show you.
Oh,
For the people that have seen the video with my library, I call it the Califury room because I got all these prints of his work, and it's done in like a Sidney Pollock splatter paint style, but they're very cool. Well, he's done most of the JSA, but he'd never done a Wildcat. And I said, I need to have, come on, got to do Wildcat, got to do Wildcat. Well, there was a dentist that was commissioning all the JSA guys, and he said, and he told me for a few years now, he said, no, that guy's done. He says he's not doing it anymore. I said, I'm going to hold out. He's going to do a Wildcat. So every year, he's doing a Wildcat? No, he's not doing a Wildcat. Doing a Wildcat? No, he's not doing a Wildcat. So I said, last time we had this specific discussion, I said, has he done the Wildcat yet? He goes, no, and he will not do a Wildcat. I said, well, he could change his mind. He said, no, he's dead. He died. So I said, well, I guess he's not doing a Wildcat. So then it's like, well, I guess I'll get around to it. A couple more years go by, and finally I got around to it. I commissioned him. I sent him the payment, and he did it. And he said today it was a long negotiation. He said on Sunday it was a long negotiation. He said a long, painful negotiation. He's giving me some shit about it, but it finally happened.
And I mentioned it to him at Baltimore 2 years ago when we talked to him, and I was like, "Yeah, I know Gary wants a Wildcat," and he just goes, "I've talked to him about it. I told him if he wants it, he's going to have to commission it."
Yeah.
Well, it happened, and you can tell me whether it's worth the wait.
Yes.
Very much so.
Look at that. Look at that. Isn't that awesome? There's
It
a
is.
signature. Let's see. There's Jim's signature there on the side. But so this is the original. There
Show
will
the
be
edges. Show the edges because I thought that part was cool. Just the splatter on there too.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Yeah,
That's nice.
cool process. So this will have to have its own wall, and I'm also getting a print from him, or that I've already paid for, where he did the sketch, where he sketched. And I told him, I said, I want to have it, but I want to have his fist. I want to be able to see his fist with the bandages on it. And the original sketch he did, and he was selling some of those. I believe Dan bought one of those. I will get that from him when he tears the pages out of sketchbooks and sell them. I've already paid for it. But this is beautiful. And I told him, he showed me the preliminary. I said, can we get a little bit of red, a little bit of blood on the hands? He goes, okay, not too much. We'll do splatters. And he also put them on the jowls there, which is pretty
Yeah.
Yeah.
cool.
That just looks cool.
Isn't that great? So, Mr. Califury, chef's kiss, baby. Well done. And as he said, it's a long, painful negotiation. But it got done.
when he has prints of that available to sell, I'm gonna get one, and I'm gonna get him to sign it, and then I want to get you to sign it too.
Yeah.
Well,
Best of both worlds.
it is because of my largesse, and I didn't say large ass. My largesse is because So it is kind of cool that those prints will exist because of me. So
Yeah, that's why.
I think that's kind of cool. But I can't put these where the others are because it's the dimensions are bigger, it's deeper and not. So I'll put one of the prints there, and I'll have to have a place where I have this, and I'll have to have that sketch piece that begat this. That was his character design for it. But anyway, I'm really thrilled with this, and it was well worth the wait. And like I said, it tickled me when he said a long, painful negotiation. So, yeah, and he's a funny guy. He's very dryly funny.
Very deadpan.
Very wry. And he claims to be a guy that doesn't like people, but for somebody that doesn't like people, he sure sent a lot of our customers home very happy.
Yeah.
Including,
and that's what you want.
Yep, absolutely. Including, so I think he just says that, including the guy that got the Juggernaut sketch at the end of the day. He talked about liking Juggernaut and Exiles. I said, well, if you like Exiles, that man sitting right over there drew a majority of those issues. And if you get a blank sketch cover, he will draw you a Juggernaut for free. And damn if he didn't. Liz, who is, one of the contributors on our show and did the Catwoman episode for Comic Character of the Week with us, She said, well, I don't have anything like Mr. California. I don't know if I'm going to show up. I said, Liz, show him, get a blank sketch cover from Batman, and he'll draw you a Catwoman.
Yeah.
And he did, and she was thrilled. So there you go. So really great guy. It was wonderful to have him in attendance in our shop, and just it was nice, and to be able to talk to him and hang out with him a little bit. It was a good day.
And I told him when Aaron got there and was talking to you guys, I was like, you see her over there with the glasses? He goes, yeah. I'm like, a couple weeks ago, she won on Jeopardy. She, did really. He's like, oh, really? He goes, oh, which episode? I watch Jeopardy every night. And she got a couple sketch covers, a Wolverine. I don't remember what the first one was, but she got a Wolverine and something else. And when he was doing the sketch covers, I saw him like that they were talking about, all this Jeopardy stuff. So I could tell like he got really excited to talk to her about that.
Oh yeah, he's asking about backstage stuff, and she said, "Did you tell him about Jeopardy?" I said, I have promoted you throughout to a lot of people, but I didn't mention that to him. So you're the one that mentioned it.
Yeah,
so,
I told him.
Yeah,
watch it every night.
Yep, that was very cool, and she also got a Black Canary that was really cool.
Yeah, that was it.
Yeah, so she was doing Black Canary's doing the cry, and he had the sonic, waves going out. But yeah, he was really interested in talking to her and talking about the, backstage stuff and, and the taping of it and how they do it and all that. So he was a huge fan. So that he kind of geeked out just a little bit talking to her about it, which was great. She enjoyed that. She enjoyed that a lot, that, he was so interested in her.
He said there's a Secret Six. He was talking about the Secret Six omnibus coming out, and he said that he wrote like a foreword for it, and he goes, we'll see how much of what I wrote they actually put in it, because he said he was writing and we were doing really good and they canceled us. Why? Fans love the book and they canceled us. Why? And I was like, all right, we'll see.
Yeah, they're probably like, it did really good. ...
And I tell you what, Jamie, I don't know if you and Sal have read that book. That book was fantastic.
No, I haven't yet.
So
Which one?
Secret
Six. Gail Simone.
No, I have not. I've been working on a lot of stuff. So
listen, well, but I mean, this is but I know you've been reading for years, and this is years old.
Yeah.
The best treatment of Bane ever. Loved Bane in that book, and he loved. We talked about Ragdoll, and he's like, yeah, I love drawing Ragdoll. Such a he's so easy. It's such a freak character, but the way she made Simone and Califury made you care about Catman, who was just a lower tier character, and he was actually from another comic company that DC had bought the rights to, and he had just become a really grade C villain, and she took him and made Thomas Blake somebody you cared about, a really cool character, and he's never been used anywhere nearly as good since. I mean, she really set that up as a really cool character, and it's a shame that they dropped the ball and have not used that character.
The relationship with him and Deadshot in it, the relationship between Bane and Scandal
Savage,
just so good. Such a good book. And what you have to is, because it came out of the
Villains United,
so you need to read, was it 6 issues? I think
it was so. 6 or 7.
It was a 6-issue miniseries, and then there was a one shot, and then it was the ongoing series, because those miniseries led to Secret Six and Shadow Pact and the second volume of Checkmate.
So good.
OMAC. I think they did another OMAC that was short-lived too.
It was such a really good book. So can't recommend it highly enough.
All right. Well, I'm going to show off my California stuff. One thing it was interesting. I'll get to after showing one of the books. I had backed Ned Lord of the Pit 1 and 2 on Kickstarter, so I already had the book, and I got the little, the extras that come with it, but it wasn't signed, so I got it. I got it signed by him, which was really cool, and I got the volume 1 signed a couple years ago with Baltimore. I asked him if he was going to work on 3, because I won't give anything away about the book other than the story is open-ended, where it could and probably will lead into a 3rd one. And he said he hadn't started working on it yet, but he did tell me for the Defenders of the Earth book that he's doing now, that when it ends, I guess they're doing a 2nd volume. He said he's not doing that after this ends, he said, unless he gets a really great offer, he thinks he's finished working on other people's characters. So I guess he's going to start doing a lot of creator-owned stuff. I got a few books signed by him. I got Aquaman 5, which was the first issue of Aquaman he did. I wish I would have thought to ask him to sign a different color because he did sign it in black here, but it just mixes with the tentacles on there, so you can't really see it. But I did get Defenders of the Earth #2.
That's a cool cover.
It is.
Because he said, you know, it's not the Flash Gordon classic cover because he wasn't familiar with the Defenders of the Earth cartoon. He's like, I had no idea who Lothar was. And I said, well, man, the Phantom you're doing is awesome. He's like, oh, I love doing that. I got the Gotham Underground 1. I got signed. Yeah. I got the Great Secret 6 Deadshot cover signed by him.
I think we used that in our Deadshot.
Oh yeah, I know I did.
Yep.
I got this book, another one he did with Gail Simone, this Leaving Megalopolis.
A good book too.
That, and he's signed that. I'm looking forward to reading it. I also got him to do a sketch cover for a Batman one. Which, nice. Yeah, I mean that's
cool.
Yeah, that's a free sketch. Look how awesome that is.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And like Gary said, you know, he did have these where he says he does these warm-up sketches every day in this little small sketchbook, and he pulls them out and puts them there for sale. And it was a really good price. So I got this awesome Bane that he did.
Isn't that great? That's fantastic.
Yeah. And I'm just trying to work now on finding a frame that'll actually fit it, which is I'm having a hard time doing. So I might just have to jury rig my own out of a board in a bag and just, you
know what, you could get one of the Michaels frames that are close enough to it, and then maybe get like a cardboard backing or something and cut it to it, and then have that be like you know, an outline.
Yeah, I did get a 6x8 frame, and it's wide enough this way. It's actually a little too wide each way, so there'd be a gap there, but it's just like that much short going up and down. And then I was thinking about returning this, and I went, well, I guess I'll just draw something and make it 6x8 and put it in the frame and see if anybody wants it. And I also got, it was funny, I was debating on which Defenders of the Earth book to get signed, whether it was issue 2 or this other issue that had a great Phantom cover. And I ultimately decided on 2. And then the prints he had for sale, he had the other one as a print that I got signed.
Yeah.
So I got that, and I was like, well, it's a good thing I picked issue 2 to get signed, because then I was able give me an excuse to get this too.
And you had it signed at the bottom. Good man.
Yep, it's signed. Up.
I got the Batman Underground print from him.
I was debating on either the Batman Underground one, that one, or there was another really cool Batman one he had too. And he said the Batman Underground one, that was a 9-issue series. And I said, like, you know, since this is all interlocked, did you do each one on a full board? And he said, yeah, each cover was a full size one of those. And I asked him if he still had it. He's like, no, I sold that a while ago. But he said that he wanted to keep it together, so he sold it all as one. So, you know, you can imagine, you know, this is a normal comic size. This is the size that he draw on. This is the size comic artists do. So 9 of these put together to make that one image. You can imagine how big that was. So whoever bought it, I hope they have it displayed. It must be like an entire wall.
A wall, yeah. That was so cool.
Oh, I was gonna say, and when we were driving up there, I rode with Sal, and we stopped at Dunkin' Donuts on the way to grab something to eat. And Sal got some little hash browns. So as we're driving up, you know, he's doing his driving safe while also being very angry at all the other motorists on the road. And he's eating one of these hash browns, and he starts like choking. I'm like, you all right? And he goes, yeah. He's like, just went down the wrong pipe. I'm like, all right, man, come on, slow down, chew your food. He's like, yeah. I was like, use your teeth. And he's like, yeah, all right. And then I just go, chewing is for the weak. And he just started cracking up so much, I thought he was going to swerve off the road and hit a tree. He just started laughing. And then he just kept laughing at it, even on the way back when I brought it up again like that. Look at him now. Like that really. Chewing is for the weak.
It was perfect time. It was absolutely hilarious. It just was. If I had coffee in my mouth at that point, it would have been all over the windshield. I'm telling you right now.
So
was that?
Oh, Sapphire took a shot. Adam took a shot at the Maryland drivers.
So might have to after we get the Slab Fairy shirt made, we might have to make that shirt too. Chewing for the week.
This of the week.
Chewings for the week.
So that is it for my California stuff. So we want to go in and start showing some back issues.
Yeah.
We'll start with Slab the Sal guy.
Really? Okay.
Didn't you
say
have
so?
You got some, right?
I do.
Yeah.
I do. I actually got a lot. So we're gonna show off what we got from the shop as well, right?
Yeah, because I got a lot of stuff at the dollar sale day, so I'll show some
All right.
this week and some next week.
So let me start off with this. I got my Impossible Jones in the mail today, or not today, like a few days after the show last week. So got the
Nice.
Dotson
cover.
Dotson. Yeah.
Yep, Dotson cover. It came with this print.
Okay.
Oh, that's nice. I don't think I got that print.
Came with I didn't open these all the way up. Well, that's upsetting. Anyhow, and it came with the little
Okay.
prints and
Nice.
stickers and little stickers there too.
I knew someday your prince will come.
Yeah, someday. So if you remember, I had that shipping issue with some GL books. Well, these finally came in. I was hoping they would come in at the same time I got the other set of GL books, but I got what number is this? 112.
Mike Grill cover.
Yeah.
Nice.
Mm-hmm.
Alan Scott on it. Yeah.
Let's see.
Love
this
it.
is 111.
Another Mike Grill cover.
cool.
Another Alan Scott.
This is 114.
And that is Coletta, I think. Yeah.
Mhm. Is that really? I'm sorry, 114. I said 115 because I got 115 right here.
Nice.
Mm-hmm. 117.
Nice 40 centers.
Yes.
If only they still cost that much.
Mhm.
Right.
18. I know. Seriously, huh?
If comics were still 40 cents an issue, this show would be 3 hours long every Saturday because each of us would be buying we'd be
Mhm.
buying every book that came out every week.
Yeah.
119. I like the caption in this one. He's like, he's messing with my rope arrow. You Lantern, you got to save him. He's like, you do it.
Mhm.
I have to, save the gravity connection. I'm like, okay. This is 123.
Hal's just like, F that guy, you do it.
Yeah.
Okay. That's when it went solo again. I think they dropped
Yep.
the green
Yeah.
arrow.
Yep.
And that is Gil Kane
Gil
cover.
Kane. Yep. Gil Kane cover. Yep. And then 136. Okay.
That's a cool one.
Mm-hmm.
All right. And now for my shop pickup today. Let's put this over here so it's out of the way. I'll give credit to Dan. Dan found this one. This is Lobo and the Demon.
Nice.
Oh, that's cool.
Halloween.
Halloween.
Mm-hmm. All right. Picked up a few
Well,
Demon
Sal
books.
goes, yeah, I'm just looking for West Coast Avengers and Green Lantern Volume 2. And then I look over and he's pulling out all these demon books. I'm like, I thought it was just Green Lantern and West Coast Avengers.
I couldn't help it.
Great
So-
demon cover.
It is
Yep.
a great one.
There we
Number
go.
3. And number 5. And in honor of our next comic character of the week.
Nice. Commandy challenge. Good job. That's
Mhm.
Bruce Timm, I think, cover.
So Dan found me a couple of the West Coast Avengers one. I picked those up. And I picked up the annual.
Nice.
This was Beauty and the Beast. I did not find the number 1, so I got number 2, number 3, number 4.
And they had that with a lot of them. It was, where they would have issues 2, 3, and 4 of these 80s Marvel miniseries,
And
but not
number
issue 1 because they had it for that, for Jack of Hearts, for
Mhm.
Namor, for a bunch of them.
Yep.
All right.
And
And,
then-
listen, I'm sorry, just service announcement for you guys. While I'm thinking about it, that's the issue Commandy you want to read, number 29. Please
Okay.
look at that. And I think the other one is 16. 29 and 16. I know you all are going to be looking at a lot of
Mhm.
information, but the one with the Superman suit, you definitely want. And then the other
Okay.
one I would recommend is that should be 16. So 29 and 16. Check them out.
Okay. All right. So found a Speed Racer book.
Oh, that's cool.
From Wildstorm Comics.
That's a cool cover. I like that.
Mhm.
With Racer X on the cover.
Yep, that's number 1, and this is number 2.
Oh, nice.
So those are my dollar store pickups. Thank you to my wife because she bought those for me today.
Nice.
Who
It's
now has
more-
a Speed Racer song playing in their head?
Yep. So
Was it
That's it.
Spiral and Chim Chim?
All right, Gary, did you have back issues?
No, but I do have something else to show.
Oh. All right.
From the great mad scientist himself.
That for me, I love
that's
it.
cool. That's cool.
Chris Swartzlander, Dr. Fate. You know, it doesn't fit that head, but it does fit this head just right.
It would fit
Yes,
the head of Absolute Bane or Absolute
Yeah.
Bane.
Yeah, any absolute character, it'll fit.
Yeah.
He also did this one for me.
That's
Yeah.
cool.
Yeah,
It's cool.
Oh, I forgot. Yeah, I have to show that too because
you should put it on your cat.
I got the Captain America one from him.
Look at that. Look at that Hawk man.
Maybe the cat will have blinders so it doesn't trip you anymore.
Yeah, little bastard. Yeah. And look, I like the cat. He just wants to get in the garage so bad. Like, God dang that. Yeah, I mean, I was laying on the floor for 5 minutes, wondering if I was going to be able to stand up because I hyperextended my knee so
He was
bad.
like, "This is fine.
Well,
This is okay."
the thing that's interesting is my knee is so arthritic that may have helped me because it's locked it up so bad that may have helped it from extending so far that it the ACL is gone, but that the PCL and the other ligament
Yeah.
it might have saved those because it's so locked up arthritically. So there you go. That might have helped. But anyway, isn't that a great Hawkman?
Mhm.
Yeah,
That
and
is.
Dr. Fate. So the mad scientist at work. Right now, he's not commenting because he's making people.
Yeah.
All right, so I forgot I didn't show it off because I just got it from him before, but I had it sitting back there. This awesome
Oh yeah.
Captain America that he made for me.
I forgot too.
Yeah,
Mine over here.
it's got the base here, which I thought is even awesome that it's a star, and then this fits right into it.
Mm-hmm.
And henceforth, you will be able to see it on that shelf right behind me, unless I find a closer space to put it on display. It's going to be sitting right there for everyone to see. So you said you got one. You got
I
one
do. I did, but I can't reach it right now. It's a Venom one.
Okay.
I'll show it next week.
next week. All right, so yeah, I went and got a bunch of back issues there. I didn't get them all just for me. Got some for Jamie. Sent me some stuff that he needed, a bunch of Detective Comics. So I am going to show those first. The stuff
Can't
I
wait.
got, I'll show some this week and I'll show some next week because it's a bunch of stuff. So for Detective Comics, for Jamie, we got 552.
That's a great cover.
Yeah.
Broderick, I think.
580,
Love it.
Nice.
584,
Mm-hmm.
588.
God, that's nice.
And these were all dollar books?
Yeah,
Yeah.
all
Nice.
640,
Very cool.
643, 646, 671, which is one he already had, but my blind ass thought that said 871.
That's fine
Like,
by me.
That's
I love that cover and
great
everything.
cover. Look at that great cover with all the great
Yeah,
models.
it's gonna have two.
Ellie Jones.
This is a cool cover. 704,
Oh,
Yes.
Yeah, it is.
709. Where he's like, yeah, let me just beat the shit out of this guy on a motorcycle in midair.
Yeah. I mean, how else are you gonna do things?
probably deserved it.
723.
Nah, Avalanche.
What's up,
Richard?
Richard? Glad you're able to join us.
Hey,
Hey,
Richard.
Richard.
740,
Oh,
Yes.
745.
I like that.
For some reason, that was like I think it was 740 up with that style of Detective Comics. Every one of them looked amazing.
Mm-hmm. I agree.
One that Liz would have got if she would have been there, issue 780.
Yep.
Oh, yeah.
817.
It's a great cover.
That is-
Well, this was a great storyline. I know I personally picked this for as recommended reading for the Two-Face episode.
Mm-hmm.
8:18
Yeah.
and 8:19.
That's the gem right there. Can you show that one more time? That one looked.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's amazing. Thank you, Dan.
Good picks.
Oh, you're welcome, Richard. I'm glad you got it in the mail.
And
I have to catch that. I didn't realize he was on today. I was out doing stuff. But yeah, so we got Richard, I had the idea, then Sal actually got the book, the Red Lantern cover that had Dexstar real big on it, because we know how much Richard likes Dexstar. And since Califury
yeah.
had
Everyone's trying to redo his name now. Califury.
well, this is what he told me. This is how it's pronounced it. So we got to give him.
I know.
So since he did the artwork on it, we got him to sign it, and then got him to write a word balloon of Dexstar saying "Lobo sucks."
So, and Richard got that already?
Yeah, I mailed it at the beginning of the week, so he
Nice.
he said,
So,
that he got it.
Richard, were you live on Mon tonight, or were you just in the chat channel talking about it? Just curious.
Yeah.
I'll go back and watch it too. I was busy. I didn't see it.
And Richard, have you heard? I mean, I know I talked about the other day. I can't remember if you acknowledged that Brown Lantern rings have been created. So didn't know if you knew that yet.
They're circulating the planet.
Yeah, that was Dan's brainchild. That was awesome.
They're circulating Uranus. What?
Yeah.
Yeah, and when Chris
Yes,
makes
they are.
when Chris makes them, I'll make sure to get one sent to you so you can put it on display next to the only existing Brown Lantern comic.
That's right.
Oh, you just got it today.
Well, glad you like it.
Good timing.
And then I got some books for you. Like I said, I'll show some off now, some off next week. And
Okay.
Nice.
Yeah, he was on his live show.
yeah,
Nice. Okay, cool.
I'm definitely gonna watch that, man. That show is spicy now. So
Nice.
I was hoping to find a bunch of Avengers books to fill, to help fill this Avengers run I'm working on. I did find a bunch, but all of them, of course, are the issues I already have. But even more frustrating is there issues I have that are surrounding number-wise the ones that I need. So, like, I need 313. You're like 309, 310, 312, 314, 315. God damn it.
That's what's happening to me with those two damn Sergeant Rocks I need. 320 and 323. The same damn thing.
Yeah. So I did find a couple of them that I needed, and even though some of them are ones I already have, it's just the ones I have are from when I was a kid, and they're just beat to hell. So I wanted to get, you spend $1 and you get a better copy of it. So I got 334 and 343 and 345, which this was a really cool big crossover between Avengers and West Coast Avengers and Quasar and all the Avengers adjacent books at the time.
Right.
And then I got the final issue of the run, issue 402, which the Avengers series was not that great by the time it got to this, which is partially one reason that they canceled it and relaunched it. But one step closer to the complete run. The next few of these are ones that I got because I just needed like one issue to finish these runs. And again, they're ones I bought when they came out. And for whatever reason, they've gone missing over the years. So I got Blackest Night Batman number 3.
Good book.
Mm-hmm.
Blackest Night Superman number 3. And when you got your list and you could cross off where you have like the lines dedicated to just needing one issue of something, it feels so good to be able to cross that off. Yeah, Secret Empire number 3, which again, it's frustrating because I bought them all when they came out. I have all of them in the box.
Seems like it's just the number 3s.
Yeah, except for that issue. What the hell happened to it? Ultimate X-Men number 100. Star Wars War of the Bounty Hunters number 4. So again, that's what 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 books and 5 lines that I could cross off of the sheet now. This I had to buy because they had a bunch of Legion books, too many for me to buy and be able to afford, but I had to get this storyline. So it got Legion, Great Darkness Saga,
Nice.
290, 291, 292, 293, 294.
Oh, the Whoop Tube.
Yeah. So you know what? I wasn't going to be able to get all the Legion books as much as I would have liked to, but you know, one of the all-time great stories.
Mm-hmm.
That this I got. It was not on my radar, but I happened to see it in a box, and I was like, you know what? This reminds me of when I was a kid, and this is one of those things. It's just kind of a cool thing to have. It's not really worth a bunch of money, but it's just a cool thing to have. So remember in the 90s when Robin, the Tim Drake Robin, started getting popular and they started giving him a bunch of mini series before he got his own ongoing series? Well, this was when they would do a bunch of cover, like early 90s, 91. They would do a bunch of covers for each issue. And they had the little holograms on them, and you could buy each individual cover if you wanted, but there were direct market versions and newsstand versions of that, or you could buy sets of each issue. And they had Robin 2, the second series, the 4-issue one, of all these collector sets.
Mm-hmm.
So this is the collector set for issue 1 with all the copies of issue 1 still sealed.
Yeah.
With the hologram card.
I picked that up too, not that long ago.
Yeah. And issue 2.
Ooh, I didn't know that.
Yeah. With the Batman card. Issue 3 with the Joker card.
Very cool.
And issue 4
Mm.
with the Bat single card. But you know what? It was $4 for all of these. And yeah, you could see too, like from, issue 1, there's more covers. Issue 2, a little bit less. 3 and 4, a little bit less. But considering they're all still fully sealed in the original bags and all that, I said, you know what? For $4, this is just a cool thing.
Yep.
To have.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not going to open them up. I'm just going to have them right in the box with this. It's just kind of that, that nostalgia thing. I'm sure they're not really worth. I'm sure that's worth more than $4 that I paid for it, but it's not like it's a ton of money. But it's just, it's just one of those cool things to have.
Right.
Because how often are you going to find the entire set of them still sealed, still sealed in the original bags like that? And then the last one I got that I'll show off today is they had a bunch of old issues of like the Marvel Handbook and a DC's Who's Who. But I got this one issue of Who's Who from August of 1986. And the reason that I got this particular one is because on page 2, there is a pinup, there's the bio and the pinup of Phantom Lady drawn by one Dave Stevens.
How about that?
So, yeah, if you could, it's kind of blurry there, but yeah, Dave Stevens and that Phantom Girl, which is, it's Dave Stevens-esque.
Mm-hmm.
There were, I believe, 3 issues of Who's Who that had Dave Stevens where he did a character in them. There was this one, and I don't remember the issue numbers of the other ones, but one of them had like elongated man on the cover in the purple and white costume, and I can't remember. And the other one had Captain Marvel Shazam, had him on the cover too.
What were the other 2 characters he did?
I don't know. I didn't even know that Phantom Girl was the one that he did in here. I just knew that he did something in it.
So that.
Well, I know he did
Catwoman. Okay.
I don't know if he did. He also did Catwoman. Yeah. So the Catwoman one was in another one, and then there was a third one he did, and I don't know who did that. But you know what? Again, for $1, that's pretty cool. Dave Stevens stuff goes at a premium. It's not like I'm going to flip this. It's just cool to have, one more Dave Stevens piece.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
Mr. Keith had a question there.
Yeah.
And the answer is they take it out of the poly bag. They don't grade it inside the poly bag.
Yeah, they wouldn't grade them. Well, they especially couldn't do these either because like this one, it's got, you can see it, how thick it is, because it's got all the different, they did a bunch of different covers for each issue. And this has got all of them in it. So it's 1, 2, 3, 4. It's 5 issues that are in this. Plus, it's got the the
Each
card that's separate too. So yeah, they wouldn't grade this because there's really no way for them to grade it if they don't take it out of the bag. Because people post this stuff on Facebook all the time where they'll post like a picture of a cover and sometimes the back cover, and they'll say, "Hey guys, what do you think the grade on this could be?" And I always respond, there is no way to tell what the grade of the book is if it's not, if it's, unless you could see the front cover, the back cover, the inside, all the pages, there's no way to give an accurate grade. Like the cover and back cover could look absolutely pristine, and you could open it up and, find some like, single cell drool machine that just drew all over it with red crayon. There's more to grading a book than a cover.
Very true.
So that is my back issue pickups for this week. Like I said, I'll show some more of it next week. Anybody got anything that they want to discuss, commiserate about?
I am good. I'm ready for the showcase.
All right.
Showcase in Jamie's honor. That's right.
Oh yeah, I forgot. What's the secret word for it? Forgot to ask that earlier.
We can say tech.
Tech. All right, tech. So we're gonna go ahead and end this. Oh, you know what? We forgot to mention the June giveaway too.
Oh yeah.
You want to?
Yep.
You want to let them know about that?
Yeah, Jamie, go ahead.
Oh, cool. Yeah. So we're doing the June giveaway. That is from Dan this time. It's already got 814 entries so far in it. So you guys got till, let me just check the date on here again. You guys will have until the 27th to enter, and then we're going to do the giveaway announcement that Saturday, the 28th.
Very good. You get, was it Marvel Age number 13? The What If Beast and Thing. I can't tell the numbers. These pictures are too small. And of course, that Moon Knight, which I believe was number 29.
Yeah, the What If is What If Volume 1, Issue 37, first Shia LaBeouf with the Power Cosmic as Starglow. Marvel Age 12, which is the first Spider-Man black costume in the concept art. And then Marvel Spotlight 28, first solo Moon Knight.
Yep.
First Marlene, first Crowley, first alternate personalities for him.
Yeah, all that tied into one. But trust me, people are like, I want the Moon Knight.
Oh, that's it's not like it's $1,000 key, but that's a pretty good key. To get this is a pretty clean copy too. So, that's a pretty good one to have if you're a Moon Knight fan.
All right, guys. Yeah, no more hashtags. Got it. 12.
So,
there is, but you got to do it on TikTok or Instagram or wherever the video.
Do it on any of them, but specifically try and do it on YouTube. Tag some people on that. We're working to hit 2,000 followers on there. We're getting closer. It's thanks to all of you guys. We couldn't do it without you. So just help us get over that 2,000 subscriber mark. It would tickle our fancy very greatly.
Tickle the fancies.
We like having fancies tickled.
And remember, whoever the lucky 2,000th subscriber is going to get a free foot massage by Sal. No matter where you are in the country, no matter where you are in the world, he will travel to you. He will bring his own homemade marinara that he will dip your feet in, and he will massage it into your feet. While he'll do that with his right hand while he's feeding you homemade meatballs with his left hand. It's going to be glorious.
Sal is like, I hope to God we don't get 2,000 subscribers.
And he's going to make sure that if he sees you eating that meatball, he's going to yell at you and say, "Chewing is for the weak."
That's right.
He's going to make you swallow them whole.
Yep.
All right. Let's end this one and jump into Uncle Gary's showcase.
Let's do it.
I'm going to get... Oop, my bad.
Put him up there. Okay.
You want me to get him up?
Put him up there.
All right.
Put him up there, and I will kick it off. ladies and gentlemen, I'm going to drop off because I am dead tired. I need to go to bed, so I will catch this later or tomorrow. All right?
Yeah.
So I'll see you guys.
Later.
Have a good night.
I'll get it all started.
Sweetening the pot. All right. Tonight's showcase is in honor of the man returning to us, Mr. J Dub. And what we're going to do is we're going to do the code word was tech. And of course, that's short for Detective Comics. And Jamie's run of Detective Comics, I think he's starting pretty much from 500 up is what you're focusing on right now.
Yeah,
right?
five. I've got already. So my new 52 run to current is complete, and it's all annuals, everything.
Mhm.
I'm working from 500 up from volume 1.
That's what he needs.
Gotcha.
Screenshot that, everyone. Get the numbers and mail the books to him. He will.
Yes.
Well, since he's starting at 500, I thought we'd go a little bit before then. We'll do the from 481 to 499 for him. So
Nice.
see what he's missing. And this is coming right on the heels of the Marshall Rogers run with Steve Englehart, which was one of the, that's the run that reintroduced Deadshot and was introduced Silver St. Cloud, one of my favorite runs of all time. The book and the Jokerfish came out of that run.
Mm-hmm.
The book was so great in tone and story and look. And yet, like Green Arrow, Green Lantern with the Adams and O'Neill, it was almost getting canceled. And Mike Gold, who is a very influential editor, all the way to Detective Comics 1. What is he? Is that what he? Well, good luck with that. You know what?
Yeah.
Let me tell you something. Detective Comics 27, there are copies of that out there. If money is no object, you can get you one.
Yes.
Detective Comics 1 through 26, good luck. Those weren't as collectible. Those are few and far between to get those. So, yay, Pam. Pam. Oh, and Pam.
A copy of Detective Comics 1 time, and that was at Baltimore last year.
It was out there.
Ruben Blade's collection.
Pam, I have taken your Legion showcase to heart, and tonight I wrote down about 18 different first appearances of the main Legionnaires. And so in a future episode, I will pull those books and we will have that inspired by you. So Pam, there's work being done on it. So Detective Comics is almost getting canceled. And this is about 1980. Mike Gold.
For your flagship book that you named your company after.
Exactly. And that was exactly editor Mike Gold's point, saying you cannot do that. This is your flagship title. We can't do that. So Batman was selling well. Detective Comics was not, and it was on the verge of getting canceled. But Batman Family was selling really well. So what they did, Mike Gold said, well, why don't you put the Batman Family logo on Detective Comics and let's try to save it there. And there were dollar books. And that's exactly what happened. Look at 481.
That is amazing.
That's a great cover.
So look at that, Batman Family. It's a Starlin, I'm pretty sure. So Batman Family is the logo. Detective is the top of it. But they put the Batman Family logo here, and Batman Family was a dollar book and saved it. That is really cool too.
I love I love the bottom part of it. Whenever Batman's so cool when you just see like the black silhouette and like just the eyes and then the logo too.
Right. So this was by Denny O'Neil and Marshall Rogers. So you had some more Marshall Rogers art in there, who was great with Batman. But so that's 41. So this saved the flagship title.
Well, that's good because I have 480 and then it just jumps to 500.
Okay. All right. Yeah, 480. Great. So we timed that just right. Here's 482.
All right.
So
Demon looks awesome.
Mm-hmm.
I love how Batmite still was even relevant then.
Well, he's still hanging around. It was Batman Family. So here's 483.
Well, they mentioned Batmite in season 1 of Peacemaker, so he's canon.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There you go. It should be. So there's 483. And the dollar comics, you know, it was an interesting time with these books. 484.
Nice. That's
Yeah.
a lot of Batman logos on there.
Mhm.
Okay. So now I believe that's where it transitioned. Okay. 483, Batman family. 484. Now we've worked in the detective logo.
Okay.
Featuring the entire Batman family.
Right. So we've worked that in, and so now you're right. And Batman family is at the top. So the book was selling enough where they worked in the proper logo. So
So
Was
they
that
did
gold.
So
a
they
giant
pulled from
size?
Batman family and then just started doing it in
Right.
detective.
Right. So brilliant by Mike Gold. So it was wonderful to have that conversation with him. Mike Gold went to First Comics, and he was the editor, you know, for Grimjack and Star Slayer, and he was also the editor worked with Mike Grill a lot, and was the editor on his Green Arrow run, Longbow Hunters, and then the long run he had on Green Arrow. So Mike Gold, very influential editor.
Now that run from
on there.
481 up, because I've been trying to see, but I can't tell. Are those like giant-sized issues? Like,
Yeah,
are those?
the dollar comics, yeah, these are giant
Yeah.
size.
Okay, I was just making sure.
Yep,
Oh, that's cool.
they sure are. Yep. So these are all dollar comics. Not though. I think like 495 is. I think they may stop. So the last few issues aren't dollar comics.
That's a good cover.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Really good one.
Yeah. I think that's Garcia Lopez. And these are the ones I pulled off the rack, and damn if they're not perfect. Here we go. Ah, nice, Pam. Well, Pam and Pam, I think I told you the story where I told Mark Nathan, who is a guy who owns the Baltimore Comic Con. I said, yeah, I think I completed every Legion appearance. He goes, oh yeah, you got Lois Lane 50. I'm like, come on, Mark. This was just a few weeks ago. Come on, Mark. No. He said, yeah, Lois Lane 50's got a Legion appearance, and some of the female characters were helping Lois to go back and mess with time and all that. But, you know, it just, you know, he got me. Damn it, he got me. So I got Lois Lane 50. So hopefully now I have them all. So, yeah, you even had Elongated Man in there, you know.
That's cool. I like the what do you call it?
the
The Robin and
yeah.
Batgirl.
And there's the Spook there, which was a cool villain. Elongated Man, I like that. As far as detectives go, that Batman really respects Ralph's detective ability.
Right.
So, kind of neat. 49. That's Andrew and Giordano.
Destroyed my secrets.
Did you read? Just made me think seeing Robin's costume. That Wonder Woman issue that came out a couple weeks ago was the second part of the one with Batman on there, when she's trying to say something to him, and she was like, I let Dick choose, you know, she's like trying to ask something, and he's just in a delirium. He's like, I let Dick choose what his costume was going to be. Who knew that he was going to go full circus with it?
Yeah.
I was like, man, that's such a great line.
Full circus. There you go. There's Detective 490. All right. And my detective run, I think I'm 265 up, which is in the 50s. So 1950s. So pretty good run. So 491.
That's cool. Do you think that
Yeah.
you'll
250 up.
You'll stay at 265 up, or do you think you'll
No,
go
250 up. 250 up.
250?
Action and Detective, I'll be at 250 up. Superman and Batman, I'll be 100 up. Actually, I'll probably go to 99 up, so I can say I'm in the double digits.
Right.
And Adventure Comics, I'll probably be 247 up, since I have that, as Pam would know, that's first appearance of the Legion. All the main DC titles of the World's Finest, I think I'm in the 50s. So the DC titles that were still being published then, except for Wonder Woman, I think I plan to have all of them full runs from at least 1959 up. So
Yeah,
So
that's a goal.
When you get Detective 250 and up, and you're like, I got 250 and up, I'm done, I'm going to complete it. I'm going to go buy like 242 for you and go, hey, here you go, I got this for you. And be like,
Well, please do.
Buy him whatever. As long as
Do
you're
whatever.
happy.
Here's a Poro,
That's a nice cover.
492. Yep.
It's
Yeah.
those.
I'll never
meat
turn down
hands.
a detective I need, and I have detectives before that.
Oh, okay.
I do. I think I have. It's 235 or 237 where it was
Wait, hold
where
that one up again.
where Thomas Wayne was in the bat costume.
I love the logo on there, how it's Batman and his shoulders, and then you have the cape flowing, and then the Detective Comics inside the cape.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
That's such a cool logo.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely.
They deviated a lot from those kind of logos, which is sad.
493.
Red Tornado.
Nice.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, he's not someone you expect to see in an issue of Detective.
No, you don't.
Or in anything.
Oh, here's another cool Aparo.
Oh,
Like you told me every time. I just look at the fist first to tell
Look
if
at
it's
the
a
hands.
Paro or
Look,
not.
look at those hands. You don't want that dude cutting on you. Come on, those are rough hands. And look Black Lightning, Batman. They're
that expression on Black Lightning's face.
Yeah.
like, what?
Looks like he electrocuted himself.
Yeah.
Look, Batman's floating head is going when it's supposed to be Bruce Wayne that's being operated on there. So I guess he really is surprised. Here we go. Here's 495.
Oh, that's cool.
That is a good one.
So this is the last of the dollar comics. So you got 5 stories in this. 495. So now we just go to boring 50-cent issues, but it's another great Aparo, 496.
That's a great cover. Now, do they say anything like, in the back of comics where they'll say, hey, starting next issue, so-and-so, do they say anything in the back of like 245? Hey, starting next issue, we're going back to normal.
Can't remember.
Or like, is it just pop-up?
Can't remember. They might have. What they used to do all the time was, they would have a giant size or something, and it would up the price, and then they go, now only 50 cents. Cheap.
Yeah.
So that's
how they get you.
It was 35 before.
I know. That's right.
It was 12 and 10 at one point.
So it'd be like 35 cents, and then they'd have a giant size issue that's like, like 50 cents. And then they go, now only 40 cents. Yeah. So that's what they do a lot of times. So there's 497.
Murder.
Yeah. Batgirl.
Murder.
And that's that like old classic Detective Comics logo
Yep.
on the top there.
Yep. There's 498. Which
That's
is
a
cool
great
cover.
cover.
Yeah. That's Paro.
Yeah. That's some stoic
Mhm.
Batman.
Reaching out of the water.
Yep. Another great Aparo. And 499.
Okay, that one's cool.
that's
I think
great.
feel like that one's my favorite so far.
Yeah. So, and that's where we'll end, since 500 was where Jamie was starting at. So figured you'd want to see the ones preceding your 500
Yes.
start point.
I'm always game for that.
And like I said, a lot of the dollar comics, they're a little more expensive than some of the other Batman books, but they're good to have, and I don't have to worry about it because I only paid $1 for them because I bought them right off the shelf, right off the rack.
Right off the rack.
Well, at this point, they were in the comic shops, so I guess I got them off the comic shops. But anyway, there you go. Batman Detective Comics 481 to 499, and plus you got a little bit of history about how Detective was almost canceled, and it went to Batman Family. And one of the things that really crushed me with the New 52 is when they took the numbering from Action, or they were going to take the numbering from Action and Detective.
The legacy numbering.
Yeah, thank goodness they made that right.
Yes.
Because those books, I've been waiting for Action to hit 1,000 for many years.
Yeah.
So I mean, I've got, both those books. I have like 800. I've got over an 800 issue uninterrupted run on Action and Detective. That's pretty cool.
And that's what's sad when they do all these things now with like cancel and restart and cancel and restart. You got some of these books that should be hitting these big milestone numbers, and like, they'll have the little legacy numbering thing, but it's
not the same.
It's just not the same when it's like, all right, issue 21, 22, 23, now issue 700.
I know.
25, 26, like.
I know. It's like you all know, it's just about selling these #1 issues.
And especially when it's something like which one did they do it with recently? It
Wolverine.
was it Wolverine or where Wolverine? Well, Wolverine at least has been like different volumes of Wolverine, but they'll do something like She-Hulk where there's Savage She-Hulk and then Sensational She-Hulk and then She-Hulk and then we'll do Sensational She-Hulk again, and then they'll have like issue 250 where they're combining every solo She-Hulk
Right.
book that's been out, every run, regardless of the title, and this one shot that we'll throw in, and it's just
Yeah, I think it makes it very convoluted.
like I get it to an extent because I can see how for some people, Sully, they could claim for fans like, it's intimidating for a fan to pick up an issue that says 568, be like, oh my god, do I have to read 567 books before to understand it? But they can do what they used to do, which was just real big, new direction, new creators, new jumping on point, new story, like put it real big on there so it's clear, like, hey, this is a great jumping on point for you.
Yeah,
I agree.
I don't know, whatever. It's just old man shaking. I'm just old man shaking his fist at the sky.
Well, I'm just happy they made things right with Detective in Action, and you will see Spider-Man get its numbering so they can get to 1,000. No, I will not have a table at Heroes. I will be going around. I'll be buying, baby. So I hope, if you see me, stop me, Bill, and talk to me. I will be buying. I'll be getting autographs. Most notably, Jerry Conway. I have never had the opportunity to meet, and I really want to get his autograph. I have a great. Yeah, there you go.
If any of you ever watched this fantastic show that used to be on for a long time called Wings, there was, I know Gary knows it. Remember the character Roy Bigby?
Yes.
Do you remember the episode when he had his birthday party, invited everyone to, and it was at Chuck E. Cheese? And this is a guy that's like in his 40s in the show.
Yeah.
In his 40s in the show, and he had his birthday there because he was born on leap year. So even though like technically he's in his 40s, since it was February 29th as his birthday, he was like, yeah, this is my 7th birthday and I'm having it at Chuck E. Cheese.
Traditionally, Superman's birthday was February 29th.
Yeah.
Adam, you don't need to go to Heroes and set up. That's a big bite there. That's it's not as expensive to set up there as it is Baltimore, but still, I would say, that'd be hard to make your money back.
Right.
I would keep it as small shows, and maybe branch out, try to do a Schaff show or something. Yeah.
Yeah, when you're getting to traveling to another state and then the hotel and the food and all that.
Yeah,
Adam,
it keeps racking up.
Yeah.
Adam, I wouldn't recommend it to set up and sell. If you want to go as a fan and all that, like I said, I'm going to go get Jerry Conway's signature, a few others, and then I will be looking to buy some books. But I'll set up. Probably in the future, Damien will probably set up there when he's retired, and then I'll be retired, and so I'll probably go down with him, and that'll be a cool experience. But he's got the older books where he can sell one book and make a stable.
Right.
And Gary is graciously taking some books to get signed for me too. Like I said, don't spend any of your time waiting for anything for me. If it's someone you're going to get an autograph for already and you be in line for them, cool. If it's someone where you can like the Todd Knock one, if you could just walk up and there's no one at the table and it's like 5 minutes, cool, but don't spend your time that you could be looking for your stuff for that.
I appreciate that. We'll certainly give it my best effort. I think we'll get it in. So,
all right, we're calling this one tonight.
Let's call it.
Great having you back there, boss.
Yep, it was
good time. Glad I actually could stay late. So
yeah, absolutely.
Get used to it. But guys, thank you again for joining us. Everyone in the chat, everyone watching at home, everyone watching the replay of this. Thank you for taking a little bit of time, checking out what we got this week and checking out Uncle Gary's showcase. As always, Jamie, J-Dub with Uncle Gary himself and Dan Kelly.